Hi, this is the Hotbox, telling you that this video might have some sensitive stuff in it, so take a second if you need to and go check out something else. Otherwise, please enjoy the show. This channel is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Click the link, please. I need to buy bread.
Everything's fine, cause the merch in the store is hot, it's burning, it's trending, I'm buying. Everything's fine, cause the merch in the store. I miss that outside where somebody can save me. What you gonna do with all that stuff? You can wear it or burn it or give it to your dog. Everything is fine, cause the merch in the store is hot, it's burning, it's trending, I'm buying.
Really quick, if you're new here, we make these videos live over on twitch.tv/officialhotbox. So if you want to get involved, or if you have something you want us to talk about, come stop by, come sit with us. You know, there's a lot of things that I've covered on this channel. A lot of things that I thought I'd never have to cover. I've covered sick, twisted people. I've covered personalities who don't know how to keep it in their pants. I've even tackled issues in the gaming world. This job, and yes, this is a job because I love what I do, has put my crosshairs on a lot of topics that I never thought I'd touch. But I think above them all, I could never have dreamed I'd see the day where I'm talking about Nicki Minaj's cousin's business. So since some people still don't understand, and since some of them happen to be very influential people to impressionable young minds, let me clarify one more time about this whole vaccine nonsense. You ready? Let's go. Welcome back to the channel, new and returning, young and old, fans, haters, and everyone in between. If you're new here, why not subscribe? It's quick, it's easy, it just takes a second, and you can always undo it, but it really does help out the channel a lot, so thank you. Oh yes, there's a world of other things that I could have talked about today, but I don't need to use a recent death for clicks. So let's get right into this. If you don't know who Nicki Minaj is, she's a musical artist. She's had plenty of songs. I can't play any of them or else the YouTube robot will take my rent. So instead, enjoy one of the music videos with a cover underneath it. Anyways, Nicki Minaj is no stranger to being in the news. But could any of us have seen the timeline coming where we had to read this tweet? Like seriously, if one of you saw this timeline coming, can't you just load a quick save? Yeah, this tweet is now my second favorite short horror story. Before that, it was... The tweet reads, "My cousin in Trinidad won't get the vaccine cause his friend got it and became impotent. His became swollen. His friend was weeks away from getting married. Now the girl called off the wedding. So just pray on it and make sure you're comfortable with your decision, not bullied." Okay, let me preface this by saying that vaccine injury does happen sometimes. It's rare. It does happen. However, this is in effect the same as someone saying, "Oh, I won't be wearing a mask or getting a vaccine because nobody around me has gotten it, so I must be safe." It's comparing small-scale personal experiences and applying them in broad strokes to the rest of the world when that's simply not how it works. And we have numbers and science that proves that that's not how it works. Man. Oh, Christ. So obviously, people had something to say about this. I like how everyone's just saying that it's an STD. My man got caught in 4K and he didn't even know it. Not everyone's joking on it. I mean, there seem to be some people who are genuinely concerned and trying to get a point across. Someone says, "Dear Nicki, your cousin's friend has an STD and might not want millions of people to know about that. The vaccine is much safer than his sexual practices. So maybe get your cousin a good doctor, a vaccine appointment, and a pack of condoms. Vaccines work. So do condoms." Yeah, but that marriage ain't working anymore. Oh! The Conversation quote tweeted and said, "Hi Nicki Minaj, contrary to myths circulating on social media, vaccines do not cause erectile dysfunction and male infertility. But teen can. Fuck me, what do I call it? But the dinosaur can." This thing blew up to a big enough scale that the CDC had to make an official statement. There was a whole moment on Twitter. There is no evidence that dinosaur vaccines cause male fertility problems, the CDC says. Contrary to myths circulating on social media and to rapper Nicki Minaj's tweets during the Met Gala, medical experts and public health organizations say there is no evidence that dinosaur vaccines affect male fertility. Professional societies for male reproduction recommend men who want to have babies in the future get a vaccine, as, quote, there is no evidence that vaccines cause male fertility problems, unquote. They've attached an article that's filled with proper references. People are having a field day with this one. Thank God I'm not reading that one. Someone says, prove it, link long-term studies. Oh wait, you can't because there aren't any. Well, of course there aren't any long-term studies. This shit is just happening. This is all still relatively new, within a year or two. Of course there's a lot we don't know, because this is all very new science. A lot of red tape has been torn down in the process of making these vaccines. A lot that would have normally stood in the way in any other time. And it's good that we were able to do that. It's just sad that it took something like this for us to be able to do that. These conditions for the advancement of medicine and technology should be present all the time. We shouldn't just be given leisure when things are falling apart around us. Like, how are we supposed to thrive if we're not given conditions to grow in? You know? Listen, people are free to talk about their first-hand stories as much as they would like. And I'm not saying that their accounts are all invalid. There's two sides to every story. But when there is testing that consistently yields the same results, and we see real-world effects from our efforts to prevent the dinosaur, then you can't simply judge things based off of your own perception. You never should judge anything from just one point of view in the first place. That's just reckless. Someone says, myth until they are found to be fact, and links this website with a bunch of virus truther stuff. It's BitChute links and YouTube links. This is on a banking website. Or it's supposed to be a banking website? I guess they have books? What the fuck am I looking at? These kinds of posts, websites, and tweets help disseminate harmful information and a dangerous sentiment. This is a time when we're already so polarized. People are taking hard stances on every issue. And taking a stance isn't a bad thing. You have to take sides. But you can only begin to take a side when you realize that there are two sides to every situation. It's not bad to think of yourself, but right now it's also important to think of everyone else as well. And with that, I think that about covers it. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you coming out. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like and share the video around. Tell your friends. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a good rest of your day and an even better tomorrow. I love you. And before you say it back, look in the mirror and say it to yourself. And I will see you in the next episode of whatever I make. And until next time, this has been the Hot Box. Bye. Whoops. Vaccines do not cause erectile dysfunction. Fuck me. Wee woo.